Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? How you doing?
Just hanging out. Just hanging out.
You got some more fantastic takes?
I have a lot of good takes, Gary. What do you want to talk about first?
Well, those last takes, you kind of think you went off a deep end a little bit on those, but we should not talk about those again, maybe.
Which ones?
Um, the ones talking about IQ and certain people with certain IQs and things of that nature, you know? Do plants grow better with music? Yes, playing certain types of music can help grow and stimulating cell activity through sound vibrations. It's the
I
vibrations.
I al- I always wondered why I don't like listening to music, and I finally understand it. The music that's made in today's world is detrimental to your like your soul. Like not soul like real soul, but it's like detrimental to like your inner self, and it makes you feel bad. So I don't like listening to music. That's why I was like, I thought it was a dopamine thing, but I think it goes deeper than that.
Oh wait, hold on.
I think music,
It can make you feel. Can't doesn't a movie do that as well? It's the same. Any kind
movie,
of any kind of art, or anything like that.
any kind of media, but music specifically, it's bad because they play at certain frequencies that the human consciousness does not like, and it brings you down on. And I think it's done on purpose.
You're talking about like the hertz that they put it in, like the key that it's in, compared to a different one. Because I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
I used to think that this was like a conspiracy, but have you ever heard the conspiracy of rap music with the CIA?
Yeah, I mean, kind of a little bit, nothing specific, but I know a little bit what you're saying. Yeah.
Basically, the CIA made rap music a certain way to stupefy black people.
Oh, I don't know. Never mind. I never heard that.
Well, that was the theory, right? And I was like, that's all bullshit. But looking into this other shit, it's like, well, that kind of makes sense that maybe certain agencies would market music to certain people, and have music play specific frequencies to like.
I don't think
make
that's
you
the frequency.
stupider.
I don't think that's the frequency thing, because the like music. See, they're saying the 432 hertz because that's basically like, it's not all music is in the certain hertz, and they're kind of like pitching it down, and they're saying that that's the frequency that makes you feel like healing and all that. But all music is in the same frequency: rap, rock, pop, all of it. So it would all be detrimental to our body, not just rap music.
Well, I know. I'm just saying that was one conspiracy I heard with rap music particularly, but all music makes you feel bad. Yeah, like all mainstream music makes you feel bad, and it goes pretty deep into the consciousness. I think they do it on purpose.
Yeah, but that's because music it's not the hertz though. Because all that's doing is changing the pitch. It's like if you slow down a record and it plays like a little lower, or if you do the record faster and it pitches it up or whatever. Like the same way like they sample songs. Like the frequency is just changing the overall pitch of it. It's the music that's making you feel bad. Like musical theory, how certain notes and certain chord progressions make you feel certain emotions. That's what you don't like. I think music makes you feel emotions, and you don't want to face the emotions that it's making you feel, so that's why you don't like listening to it.
No, it doesn't make me feel emotions. I don't like listening to music because it doesn't make me think, right? When I'm sitting in the car driving with no music, I'm thinking. When I'm playing music, I'm not thinking. That's why I don't like listening to music. The music hijacks my mind and makes me, think at a lower level.
Yeah, but you don't like to just like enjoy the music sometimes for pleasure? Like you watching a movie and you don't think about you're thinking about the movie. So with music, you're thinking about the music. You can just enjoy it.
Yeah, but with movies, you go to the movie theater and it's like 2 hours. It's like a thing. It's only 2 hours and then you're done. Music, people listen to music all day, and they'll never have any time to think. And that's really bad. Like, you need to be able to think.
Because that's an extreme though, all day. I think you don't like the way it makes you feel because it makes you sad and you don't want to be sad. And I think it's the music itself. Like, because music is like certain chords and certain melodies just make you feel certain things.
Okay,
That's it.
I'll put it. I mean, no, that's not why I don't listen to music. Okay, today's world, phones, social media, computer, internet, music, entertainment. There's so many things that are constantly distracting. Nobody has any time to think ever, and that is detrimental to the psyche. When I'm not streaming, I don't really look at my phone. I don't look at social media. I every day, I swear to God, at least 3-4 hours a day, I'll sit there in silence
No, you
and
don't.
watch nothing, do nothing. I'll
You're
sit in my
such a
backyard.
liar. No way. I genuinely don't believe you. I think
do.
I think it's 15 minutes, and you're exaggerating.
No, I'll sit in my backyard for 3 hours, and I'll just stare at the trees and think.
Bro, I've never seen you not be on your phone or just sit in. I've never seen you just exist ever.
Because when you're around me, there's also other people around me, and yeah, I don't have time to think for 3 hours when a bunch of people are around. I do it when I'm alone.
I've been just with you many times, and if we're sitting, you would just always be on your phone, always looking at something. You're not just staring out the window, just thinking.
When we're streaming, right?
No.
I mean, well,
even if we were like traveling somewhere between streams or whatever, you're always. I feel like you're always engaged on your phone or whatever. You're not like just existing.
Yeah, but Gary, if we're hanging out, it's because we're obviously doing a stream or going to do a stream. It's not the time to sit and think for hours.
I just can't see you sitting there thinking for hours uninterrupted. That's crazy if you do. How many times? How often?
Every day. I'll sit in the bathtub and think. I'll go outside and think. Go for walks and think. I'll just thinking. Right? No music. I haven't heard music in months.
Did you just think about everything, like good, bad, or you try to think just positive?
No, I think specifically about like my inner self, who I am as a person. Why I do the things that I do, and deeper, theoretical stuff about the universe. And I put things together because it's actually like, it's fun and it's like interesting to me. It's like, I can understand a time before the internet, back in the Middle Ages. I can see why there was a lot of philosophers, because it's actually pretty interesting and fun to just try to think, how does it work? Now let's go on the immigration thing. That was what you were talking about too.
Yeah. You just want to deport. I mean, you think everybody illegal, deport, done.
No, I'm not here to say deport them all, send them back. I'm not here to say that, although it should happen. I'm going to give you my thought process on why they should be legal, because a lot of people online talk about, who cares if they're illegal? They're humans, and I want to explain why they should be legal.
Okay. All right, go on.
If you come into the country and you need to work really hard to pass the citizenship test, you need to learn the language, you need to learn the history, you need to learn all these things, you're going to feel more connected to the country that you're going into. You're going to feel, like, I need to bring value to this country because I've spent I've spent a lot of time and effort and a lot of work to get this and make this happen. So they're going to feel more proud to be in America because they had to go through the process of learning the language and all this shit. And now they know the language as well, so there's no disconnect, right? There's still community within America. The problem with illegals is they come in here with no effort besides running across the border, and but that's not the right kind of effort we're talking about. So they come in with no effort, they don't learn the language, which destroys community in America. And without community, any country can never thrive without community, right? If your neighbors don't even speak English, there is no community. And guess what happens when there's no community? Nobody cares about each other. And that's why there's trash everywhere in third world countries and Europe and all this shit. They just trash the floor. They don't give a about the community, the environment. They don't care about their fellow neighbor or person. That's the problem. And then the crime happens because they don't care about other people and their neighbor. There's no community, so there's crime and all this. That's the problem with illegals. And everybody who says, oh, illegals are people too. Yeah, they are, but they haven't gone through the effort to want to assimilate into our society. And that brings up another point. And what's happening with Europe? You got the people from the Middle East that coming into Europe. They're trying to convince Europe to assimilate into their society. Why would Europe assimilate into their society that they ran away from? That is, for one, disrespectful because it's like me going into your house, Gary, and being like, you should wear shoes in your house if you tell me not to wear shoes. It's like, this is your house. Why am I making the rules here?
Oh, yeah, I completely agree.
That mayor, that guy who's running for mayor in New York City, that mother wants to do Sharia law in New York City. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. That might be an exaggeration, but all the other shit.
Nah, somebody asked him what he thought about Sharia law. That mother did not say no. He wants that shit. And he wants, and you got all these, bro, in Dearborn, Michigan, they're playing 5 o'clock in the morning prayer sounds 4 times a day like it's Iraq. Like, bro, this isn't Iraq. This is not your society. This is Western society. Stop trying to make your society into Western society. You came here. You should, assimilate into our society.
I think it should just be, I think you were good. I think everything up until that point, I think you were spot on. The only problem with that is the country was founded on freedom of religion. So then it just sounds like a bit
freedom of religion. Yes.
But everything else for sure.
Freedom of religion. Yes. Blasting prayer sounds 4 times a day at 5 o'clock in the morning to people who are not Muslim is wrong. You're forcing Christians to listen to.
Yeah, no, they can't. They shouldn't be doing that. Nah. Just like when people you do yard work too early in the morning or whatever, it's annoying. Like, you should still respect the people around you, obviously. But is it because of their religion that it makes you mad, or because they're loud at 5 a.m.? Because if it's just specifically because of the religion, then I think it's weird.
This is going to sound crazy, Gary, but just hear me out.
Yeah.
It would be the sound for me, obviously, but the more I look into, the Muslims, the religion of Muslim, the more I look into it, the more I question a lot of things. Like, it seems to be that in their religion, it is their mission to take over the world and convert everybody to being a Muslim, right? That seems to be the mission. Whereas Christians, the mission is to just, be a good person, not lie, have good values, like that. Not forcing people to do stuff they don't want to do.
Well, no, I mean, Christianity
don't like
definitely says spread the word of Jesus. Is like you want to spread the word of Jesus as much. Every religion wants to convince the rest of the world to be their religion. Because if you think that your religion is right, then you want to tell everybody about your religion. Like, that's how they all are.
Yeah, but spread the word of Jesus doesn't mean force people to be Christian.
Do they force people to be Muslim?
I mean, based on some things that I've researched, it seems that in the Quran, they tell you, like, if they're not Muslim, they're bad. Like, they're bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's retarded.
Like force people to be Muslim, and then in Sharia law, like, you have to be Muslim and you have to follow their values, or you get out of or something.
Yeah.
And I just don't like that. I don't have a problem with Muslims. I just don't like the values that they seem to have.
I mean, I think there's a lot of values from all the different religions that I don't agree with, to be honest. All the Abrahamic religions. So they're all kind of based on the same. So they all have weird stuff that I don't agree with. I mean, if I'm going one religion, I'm going Christianity. I'll tell you that. So I'm not I don't. I think Christianity is the least weird, to be honest. But I haven't looked into the Muslim stuff enough to know what specific weird things that you're talking about.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, out of all the religions, Buddhism is, in my opinion, the most accurate, but Christianity has good values.
I mean, I would go. I mean, I've been looking into it more. I've been looking into like how they all come from like the same, and then like I was reading into like when Muhammad came around and all that stuff, and like the angel gave him the Quran and all that stuff, and like yeah, obviously it's, but all the religions are all a bit ridiculous, you know. It's just they're all ridiculous. We're just used to like the ridiculous. I think Christians. I don't know if it's specifically malicious, but I think people come to the country and they don't assimilate like they used to. Like people used to migrate here and they would assimilate, they would learn the language and they would assimilate more, and now they don't, and they just come over here and they just maintain their values, and they don't take on our values in our culture at all. But I think it's because also a lot of people around the world with Americans, so they're like, America, I'm just going to go over there and take advantage of it, and they have all the money and they have all so I'm just going to go there and do it. And they just come over here, and instead of assimilating, they come over here just to get money, and they don't want to assimilate because they don't fucking like us.
The people before they came to America, they knew that America is like, oh my God, this is like where I have opportunity. You know, they liked it. They wanted to be a part of it. They didn't want to take it over.
Yeah, now they just want it to. They just want to take our.
My worry here is, you know, all the Western cultures, you know, they have, you know, they're having, you know, not that many babies and all. And then the other cultures that are coming in, they're having like 8, 10 kids per family. They're, you know, in 100 years, they're going to take over everywhere. And then they're going to be elected into government. And then they're going to change the values of every country. And then they have taken over the world. You have to follow their values because now they're the majority and they own the government. And if you don't follow their values, they could just you.
And are you saying they, as in like the religion of Muslim, like Muslim religion, and people that follow it?
And this would apply to any religion that tries to force into other people. But right now, in today's world, it would be Islam. Yeah, you know, if let's say this theoretically. In 100 years, let's say Muslims are 60% of America, right? And then all the government, the senators, the president, the Congress, they're all Muslim. And they're like, you know what? Let's just throw out the Constitution. Let's just do Sharia law. And now women have to wear hijabs.
What do you think? What do you think about Sam? You think he bailed on India?
Yeah, he definitely went home.
You think
he got banned for a week or something, right?
Yeah, I think he just bounced. You think he's gonna get unbanned?
Yeah,
he'll get unbanned, right?
I don't see why not.
What would you have done? Gotten the there?
Yeah, well, I mean, what? Stay in India for a week for no reason? Why would I do that? Jail in India would be horrendous.
You think it's worse than Thailand?
Oh yeah, I think jail in India would be way worse. I mean, Thailand was bad. I don't know how it can get any worse than that, but I'm sure it is.
I think India or Thailand. No, Thailand's got to be worse.
No, why?
I don't know. Which country is nicer? I thought India was nicer, no?
Dude, all of India is the inside of a Thai prison. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I've never been to Thailand. I'm not calling.
If you talk about the king of Thailand, you go to prison for like 20 years.
King of Thailand. This guy, that can't be him.
Yeah, that's him.
This guy, oh, dude. This guy almost put you away for life.
You know, every time I went to the movie theater in Thailand, you have to stand up and salute the king before the movie.
No, why? Do they show his picture on the screen?
No, they show a biography, a like 2-3 minute video of this guy's life, and then everybody in the theater is standing up saluting the dude.
Did you salute him? You didn't salute him?
No, I didn't salute him, but I felt like I had to. But everyone else was doing it. But I was like, this guy.
Was he? Oh, so he's like, they have a monarchy, so this guy was just born into it. How do they think that's the best idea?
What do you mean? I mean, I don't think the Thai people think it's the best idea, but they can't talk out against it, or they go to prison.
Buy any cool things lately? Any cool running legs or anything?
No, I just bought the body armor and the shield that I showed you.
Oh yeah. You get it in person or you shipped it to yourself?
I shipped it. Had to buy it online from a military store.
Is it heavy?
It's like 20 pounds. Completely bulletproof against rifles. Level 4.
What's that on the end?
It's a flashlight.
Oh. Helmet, dude. Is that a bulletproof vest?
Bulletproof, level 4 vest, level 4 shield, ballistic helmet.
Why do you need all this?
Because you never know. Would you rather be underprepared or overprepared?
Overprepared.
Exactly. You never know. You don't know what the is going to happen in the world.
Bro, your face, you look like you just went to war. You look like you have shell shock.
I mean, hopefully it doesn't have to come to that.
Sure you don't have any intruders. I'm sure people have seen your guns enough.
I'm not just worried about intruders. You know, you just never know. What if the world goes into anarchy?
Would you bail on the country or would you fight it out?
I'm not bailing. Leave my house? I'm going to stay in my house and I will defend what I have.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.